We are here to celebrate the #1 single, Every Storm Runs Out of Rain, written by Gary Allan, Matt Warren, and Hillary Lindsey. My name is Clay Bradley and I work for BMI, and I'm one of your hosts today along with Mike Sistad from ASCAP, who will be here in just a second. Thank you for being so quiet. This song is country music at its best, a real personal experience translated into a universal message. You know, we all live in an environment of uncertainty, and the music business is no exception. We all ask ourselves the same questions every year. Will there be another merger? Will I make the cut? Can I find another job? Will my song get cut? Will it be a single? Will it be a hit? The list goes on and on. But we fight through the difficult times, looking for the hope and peace that push us through the storms of life. We know the bad times won't go on forever. They will end, and we'll be stronger because of them. When billionaire investment guru Warren Buffett was asked how to deal with the current economic situation, he said, "I always go with the new country song, Every Storm Runs Out of Rain." Wow. When Warren Buffett is paying attention to your song, you know, one, you have captured mainstream America, and two, your message is pretty damn smart. Today we celebrate this #1 single, but we also are here to celebrate another chapter in the career of one of country music's most unique artists, Gary Allan. Gary, could you come up here, please? Congratulations, man. Thanks, sir. As most of you know, Gary has always followed his own musical path and delivered some of the most complex and deeply emotional music. And this album is no exception. I hope you've all listened to it. It is incredible. Gary, on behalf of everybody at BMI, and I think I signed you up there a lot longer than both of us want to remember we've been around. But this is your 5th #1, and this is your first as a songwriter. We are so proud of you. And you get that BMI guitar right there. I hope you write another #1 song. It's yours, all right. And these fabulous cups that we celebrate #1s, this goes to your collection, along with everybody else's. And behind every hit record that Gary makes is Greg Droman, the producer, co-producer on this with Gary. Greg, please come up here. Come on, Greg. A man born for the spotlight right here, Greg Droman. And the man that put it out on the line, the team behind Gary for, golly, since day one, MCA Nashville. Mike Dungan, I think, is here. And Royce Risser and his staff. Mike, come on up here. We have another BMI cup. And Mike has a, oh man, look at this. Mike and Royce, yes. How are you? Sorry, Van Hayes. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Royce and his team. Royce's been promoting Gary Allan records since day one. Congratulations, Royce. I know it's a huge, huge win for you. Another cup for your collection.
Thank you. I need one.
You look wonderful, man. Where'd you get that?
You know, Macy's.
And now I'm going to get Mike Sistad up here, and he's going to tell you some great news about Hillary Lindsey and Matt Warren. Mike? Thank you, Clay.
Let's get them up here. First of all, where's Hillary Lindsey at? Matt Warren, come on up here. Our ASCAP writers on this song, along with Gary. I'm going to start talking. Hillary Lindsey has become one of the most successful songwriters in this town over the last several years. And she is originally from Washington, Georgia. And I know we got family here. I heard them cheering already. Hillary has had 2 Golden Globe nominations, an Oscar nomination, also won a Grammy Award for Jesus Take the Wheel. In addition to Gary Allan, her songs have been cut by Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Lady Antebellum, Keith Urban, Jason Aldean, Little Big Town, Rascal Flatts, Dierks Bentley, Tim McGraw, Plain White Tees, and the list goes on and on, seriously. Her songs have been on over 40 million albums sold. Hillary's also one of the best singers in town and is singing backup vocals on this recording. She's also in the video. And as of this week, she also has her next #1. So, on behalf of all of us at ASCAP, I'd like to congratulate Hillary Lindsey on this, her 9th #1, and also her 10th #1. All right, Matt Warren, everybody. He is a graduate of Gallatin High School and MTSU. He is a native. In 2002, he was discovered at a gas station in Gallatin by Mark Hall from Fame Music Publishing, which led to his first publishing deal. Over the years, Matt has also worked with MLS Publishing and Full Circle Music Publishing. He's had several cuts and singles. Matt first met Gary Allan while selling merchandise for him on the road, and obviously this has turned into a great friendship. He has 3 songs on Gary's new album, and is also playing harmonica on one of the album tracks. Turn the page, turn the page. Matt is an amazing artist. He just recorded his debut record with an amazing group of musicians, and it's scheduled to be out on April 16th. He owns his own publishing on the song with Always Alone Songs. So, drinks are on Matt. Is that the deal? Is that how that works? But on behalf of all of us at ASCAP, we'd like to congratulate you on this very special first #1 song for Matt Warren. I also want to talk a little bit about the ASCAP producer on this, Greg Roman. Greg is an Akron, Ohio native. He has worked with some incredibly talented artists, garnering a Grammy nomination for Fleetwood Mac's Tango in the Night album, an ACM nomination, and winning a CMA award as producer for Album of the Year on Leanne Womack's There's More Where That Came From. Greg also co-produced and mixed the theme song for HBO's hit series, True Blood, with Jay Severett's Bad Things. So we just want to say congratulations to Greg. So we got a plaque for him too. Almost done. Well, congratulations to all these guys up here. Mike Dungan's an old friend. Congratulating to Royce and all these guys and all the hard work they do to make these records happen. I'm not sure what to say. Next camping trip, I want to see that outfit. That's all I know. But won't be the first time. Anyway, congratulations to everyone up here that's a part of this. We also have Hillary's publisher on this is B&G Chrysalis, and we have a plaque for Cos Weaver, I guess, and I think he has a presentation here in a little bit to do, so come on up here, Cos. And thank you.
Thanks, everybody. I feel like the luckiest guy in the music business for this. For those of you that don't know, this is my 2nd or 3rd day. I'm not even sure which one at BMG, but it's been a blast so far. And one of the big reasons for that is I finally get the chance to work with one of the best songwriters anywhere in the world, Hillary Lindsey. And, I got to tell you, in my career as a music publisher, you know, I got hit up from all corners of the songwriting universe throughout the years. Can you get me with Hillary Lindsey? I mean, some guy from a ska death metal band or something like, I got to get with Hillary Lindsey. So again, I'm thrilled to be working with you. I mean, genuinely, she is one of the best of this generation, and I am really, really fortunate to publish her. Speaking of that, let's get up Taylor Lindsey, one of the superstars at BMG, to hand out this wonderful, she and some of the wonderful folks at BMG Music Publishing, that includes me now, I got to get used to saying we, and that's us. But I didn't have anything to do with this. This is a fantastic plaque they got. There's one for Miss Hillary. Thank you, Taylor. And then the next one we have is for Mr. Gary. And I tell you, I got a good feeling that at some point that, you know, this new Hall of Fame they got going, the songwriter thing down there, that cool thing? I think they're chiseling a Hillary statue. I know she's probably going to get embarrassed, but I mean, I do think that's in the works. It's not crazy. I'm gonna buy a big table at the ceremony right there, and I'm gonna be down front when that happens. And speaking of Hall of Fames, the last time I got to hang out with Gary at a #1 party was for Nothing On With the Radio. And I remember thinking, you know, oh, it was nice. It was real nice. It was a good party, too. And I remember thinking at the time, you know, Gary is definitely going to end up in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I just felt like at that time, I just wanted to share that with the crowd. It's like, I mean, he's always been one of my favorite country artists and artists in general. And I think one of the great things about Gary is he's had a ton of success, but also he's been able to combine that with a true artist vision. And he's just, again, I think he inspires a bunch of, you know, people probably in this room that make music, and a bunch of generations to come to kind of make music from their heart and also be the coolest guy in the room. So give it up for Gary Allan with Gary's plaque right there. Yeah. And I need to step out of the way. I think I'm in the way too much. And this guy right here I've known forever, and I've just always been knocked out by the sounds of his records. And one thing that didn't get mentioned is I think, you know, I think I speak for a lot of people, not to talk about other records here in the room too much, but Greg had a big part of the Chris Knight record on Decca that I think everybody in this room just loves that record. And it's just been something that's stood the test of time. That's an amazing record, dude. And this is a freaking amazing record. And you guys, it's just, you knocked it out of the park. So congratulations. And of course, Mr. Matt Warren down there, I don't think there's anyone more deserving of a #1 than that cat right there. You know, I could talk with that guy about music all day long. He is so passionate, and I got to tell you, I have been a fan of his for a long time, and I just love seeing a guy with his kind of heart and soul have this kind of success. He's a fantastic writer, fantastic singer, and again, I'm thrilled and lucky that I get to share the stage with him. So, congrats, my man. Well deserved. Well deserved. And I cannot leave the stage without thanking the kilted ones over here. Kilted, it all works. But Mike, I think you know this, but you have got to be, you know, the best friend of songwriters and publishers as a label head. You've just killed it through the years, and you guys always, every ship you've ever led, just always kill it for us, and we pay attention to that as publishers and writers, and very much appreciated. And I cannot go without thanking this guy right here, Mr. Van Hayes, and all his crew. I don't know who's here or not, but I got to call them out. Marlene Augustine on the West Coast, Miranda McDonald Southwest, Louis Newman Southeast, Michelle Terrell from the Northeast, Donna Passantino from the Midwest, Katie Dean National. Katie, I'm beginning to see Katie. Juliana Underwood, who keeps Mr. Van in line here, and of course Summer Harlow, who keeps them all in line. And I think Summer was the one that made sure that you guys were wearing something underneath. Is that what? No, she didn't. No, y'all checked each other. That's how it worked. They made sure they checked each other out. And of course, last but not least, the fantastic, like I believe Sister Ad or Clay or somebody mentioned that that Royce Risser has worked. Hear me? You've worked every Gary Allan record? Well, the first two you missed? Wow. He was in kindergarten. Again, you guys killed it. Thank you so much. We appreciate it big time at BMG. And again, I'm one more time, Miss Hillary Lindsey. Like I said, I'm luckiest publisher in Nashville. So thanks everybody. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. Thank you, Toss. I missed this earlier. I just have to do this. Brian Wright actually made this happen. So we got a special jersey for Matt Warren, too, that I think you'll enjoy. I just want to do that real quick. That'll go great with a kilt. That'll look spectacular. All right, back to Clay Bradley.
Duncan, we really want to hear from you, but more importantly, what's in the purse? Oh, okay. Good. Well, come on up here and tell everybody what it's all about.
My wallet and some banana. We wanted to go balls out, all out for this party, and so we did, and we are literally, and we, despite the fact that it's a little sweaty and weird, we all agreed before we got here that this is actually quite liberating, and we're going to take spring break and we're going to go to Scotland. I want to thank Jamie Hanna. Where is Jamie? Jamie's been with Gary for a while, of course, a very accomplished writer, artist, singer, player in his own right, but you know Jamie has often wore a kilt on stage, and it just kills me, and every time I see him I said, I want a kilt, I want a kilt, I want a kilt. And we were at CRS and we goaded him into wearing the kilt, and then we came up with this totally fakakta idea. So here we are. Okay, we've got our own awards. Somebody will hold on. We've got our own awards somewhere. Where are they? Who's got them? Lori? Yeah, this is, we call this affectionately the impaler, because you do have to sign a release before we can give it to you. But this is the MCA Records Award for a #1, and we have them for Gary, for Hillary, for our new best friend Matt Warren, who we're so excited to have his first #1. I tell you, it is an honor to have your first #1. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you changed ours. Thank you. We also have one for Greg Droman, who is always a pleasure to work with and has made a tremendous, tremendous record. We've got some other stuff too, so I'm going to give this to, who wants to hold this? You each got one, but until you sign the waiver, I'm not going to give it to you. Okay, we've got a couple more things to celebrate besides just the #1. And I should have, I don't know, I should have the whole damn staff come up here with me for this. This is a plaque that we made for all of you. It is to commemorate a #1 single on the country charts, a #1 album on the country charts, a #1 album on the pop overall charts, which happens very rarely, and a #1 platinum selling single on digital downloads. So a lot to be thankful for. And I promise you, this album is doing so well, and we're so happy about it, and so grateful to Gary and everyone for allowing us to be part of this. And we'll be back here pretty soon for a gold party, and then we'll be back here again for a platinum party. But
counting on it.
Yeah.
All right.
So on behalf of everyone at Capitol Records and MCA and
Killed people everywhere.
yeah, he was kind enough to call out the regional staff, so now I don't have to remember who they are. But on behalf of all of us Scotsmen, thank you for coming. the greatest, coolest record company in Nashville right there, baby. The only people that wear kilts to #1 parties. What are we going to do next time? Royce, you're nervous, man. What's happening? You're never nervous.
That's right.
Never been in a kilt in a big crowd, have you?
Glad the stage is low.
All right, at BMI we have a partner in our #1 parties that value songwriters as much as we do, and that's Avenue Bank, and I know Ron Cox is here. Ron, you have a presentation to make?
Yes, we are, Gary. We absolutely are. No, it's always a pleasure to take part in these celebrations. You know that we at Avenue Bank are very dedicated to supporting our music community. Proud to be part of it. And we learned recently that Every Storm Runs Out of Rain was really gaining its momentum just as Hurricane Sandy hit the Northeast. In fact, Gary was slated to play Atlantic City that week, and due to the devastation, that show had to be canceled. But as a result of that, Gary dedicated the song, this video, and has dedicated himself to relief efforts for those devastated by that storm. And thank you for that, Gary. So we want to join in that as well. So today I'm proud to say that Avenue Bank, in honor of the song, in honor of these riders, and also in honor of that continued relief effort, Avenue Bank is making a special contribution in the name of Gary and Hillary and Matt to the Red Cross Hurricane Sandy Relief Fund. Congratulations.
Brandy Sims from the CMA. Is Brandy here? Hello, Brandy. Betsy, how you doing?
All right, well, one of our favorite things to do at CMA is recognize excellence in the industry. And this song has certainly made an impact on everyone at CMA and in the industry as a whole. So on behalf of the CMA staff and board of directors, we want to present you guys with your #1 medallions for your #1 song in the country. Congratulations, guys.
Bradford, are you here? Yes, sir, Bradford, from the Country Radio Seminar, Country Radio Broadcasters. Close enough? From Country Radio. Brad, here you go.
Thank you.
It's a kilt. You got your white shoes on.
I know. His shoes are actually better than mine, though. I'll let you borrow my red laces. It's an honor to share the stage with these individuals and these talented songwriters. Another thing that's cool for me is I'm a huge fan of Gary Allan and a huge fan of the song. I think my boss, Bill Main, says it best: a great song makes great radio. On behalf of Country Radio Broadcasters, our executive board, please help me in congratulating these songwriters. Thank you.
Let's hear from the songwriters that wrote this song. Hillary? We're going to let Gary go last, man. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, we don't want to screw up Hillary's thing. So come here, Gary.
I have so many people to thank, mostly my team at MCA. Most of you guys know my story. I've been in a bit of a poker match, and I just won. The support that we've had has been amazing. They're so behind it. They're so on it. I want to thank Hillary for coming into my life. And Matt for bringing her over. I'm kind of stubborn about it. I just like to hang with my friends when I write, so if you don't come with pretty much Odie or Matt, it's really hard to get into my living room. And so thank you so much for bringing her over. And everybody at Country Radio and everybody that had anything to do with this. Thank you so much. My promotion team, like I said, I can't speak enough. Mike Dungan changed my life when he came over. And thank you so much for that. And I got the best manager in the world, John Lytle. That if you don't know him, you should. Him and his wife are like the greatest people that I know, quality-wise. They're just good quality people. Always doing something good for the community or making me feel like I should be better. Yeah. Anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I just want to say thank you, Mike, for all that you've done. You really, when you chose this song as the first single, you turned it around for me, and I'm forever grateful for that. Gary Allan, I was selling T-shirts for him in 2000 when the record "Smoke Rings in the Dark" was out, which is a fantastic record.
Wasn't good at it.
Well, I wasn't good at it. But most people don't know the vision that Gary has and how much stick to it, you know, and sticking to his guns with what he believes in. And he could have written with anybody in the world at that time, and he chose to write with this T-shirt guy, and it's really turned out well for me. Hopefully it has for him too, and I just want to say thank you, Gary, for believing in me. Hillary Lindsey, I can't say enough about Hillary. She's magical, she's awesome, she's super creative, and when the three of us get together and write, it's really fun and kind of just tears down every wall that that's been built up about songwriting, and it allows me to be really free, and I enjoy so much writing with the two of you, and I love you.
Love you.
Thanks for Mark Hall, who was stopping into Foxa Market to get some gas and heard the record I had as a kid that got me writing songs, and I appreciate you, Mark Hall, if you're here. And Lynn Gann and Mike Hollingsworth for giving me a shot, and also Whit Jeffords. And I want to thank Cobalt, my Cobalt family, Whitney Dane, and Jeff Skaggs, and Stephanie, and who else is here? Meryl's here. Thank you so much. And I think that's it. Thank everybody that's had anything to do with this, country radio, fans, people. This is overwhelming and humbling. I don't really know what else to say, but thank you.
I'm not good at this, the talking thing.
Yeah, right.
I freak out. I'm good when we're like hanging in Gary's den and writing and talking. I just want to thank, first off, everybody in the room that is here today. I'm sure I know some of you. We all obviously know all of you, but it was really overwhelming when we were doing press upstairs, and when we went up there, it was an empty room. When we came down, it was a full room, and it means a lot to me that you guys showed up, because it kind of just shows what this town is about, and that we support people's successes. And I mean, the majority of you all of you are badasses in your own right, and I support all of you as well. So thank you guys for showing up. And these Scottish men over here, I mean, come on. The kilts are one thing, but the socks are killing me. I mean, amazing. So thank you, Mike, for believing in the song. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Katie Dean, she was the one that flipped over.
And thank you, Katie
Katie
Dean.
Dean, my
Where
new
are you,
favorite
Katie
person.
Dean? Thank you, Katie Dean. Yeah, seriously. And to these guys for rocking it all the way to the top, it's insane. I mean, it's insane. This has been a crazy ride for me. The whole experience has been amazing. And Greg producing the song, I've known Greg for a long time and have done some work with him, and the fact that I sang on a proper record and it went #1 and the whole thing, it's crazy. ASCAP, my family at ASCAP, that has always been my home away from home since like 97. I'm not saying my age, but thank you so much for all that you do for me. My BMG family, my baby sister, Taylor Harris Lindsey, and Sarah and Daniel and Kevin and Koss, wherever you are. I'm excited about the new edition and all that Daryl Franklin did as well. Just thank you guys for all that you do. And I never thought I would be thanking another kind of family in my life that I formed with Gary and his band and his management. John and Hannah, you guys have taken care of me every step of the way. I mean, I sang on the record and he asked me to come out and do these shows, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, but you know I can't dress myself, so if you get a stylist, like, come help my ass out, because I'm not good with that. But y'all are just amazing people, and I obviously have been a fan of Gary's forever, but the team behind him makes it even more special. Like when I get behind the scenes, the band is insane. Those boys were like lifting my suitcases and like doing so many things that they didn't have to do. They're just good people, and that is a sign of obviously he's an amazing talent, but he's a good man, and that's important. He's got a good heart. He's got good people around him. Yeah. So I just really appreciate. Now I'm gonna get all weird and forget what I'm saying and get emotional. Okay. So, Matt, I've known you forever, like forever. I mean, I don't know if Gordy Sampson is here. Probably not, because he's always a no-show, but I love him too. But he shows up when we go to the shack and we hang, and like those were our days, like back in the day, and we've just been friends for so long, and I've so admired you and your talent, and it has been such a long time coming for you. And I'm so happy for you. And I'm so happy that you called me to bring me into this man's life.
I'm so hella happy he let me.
And it's just been a blast, like being able to go out to Gary's house and just chill, and like, you know, it's not like the normal typical appointment of, I mean it is, like there's a time set and stuff, but you know, like we sit around and drink red wine and we just kind of shoot the shit and talk about what's on our hearts, and you know, what? But it just was an amazing day, and it's been an amazing experience. I can't wait to do more. And the reason I wanted to be last was because I thought Matt would tell you this story, and I wanted it to come from him, but he didn't say it, so I guess I'll say it. So he was weed eating. He was working a job, and he was going through a bit of a hard patch, and a rock banked off a long hard patch. Oh, okay. A long hard patch. And the rock banked off his weed eater and popped him in the head. And he was pissed off. And he started getting even more down on himself. And he told himself, you know what? You need to suck this up because this is going to pass. Every storm will run out of rain. And he wrote it in his phone. And when was that? Like 2 weeks before we wrote, or a month before we wrote, or something? A couple weeks before we wrote. And thank God he saved it. Because when these things happen, it is divine, you know? And this is how it went down. So thank you. I never thought. I knew I'd be thinking you and Gary and Mike and Rob. I mean, I knew I'd be thinking all y'all. I didn't know y'all be wearing kilts. But I never thought I would thank a rock. And so I made this for you guys. I got a hand cramp. We're so used to typing. I wrote all these lyrics for you, and there you go. Every storm runs out of rain. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out.
I gotta also make one last shout out here. Thank you. I grew up in Goodlettsville, Hendersonville, Gallatin area. Well, when I was a little bitty, I was in Goodlettsville. My father went to high school with Terry and Sherry Cologne, and Terry Cologne was my baseball coach when I was 5, 6 years old, and I've had them in my life forever. And I was waiting tables at Chili's, and they came in one day and they said, "Do you want to go ride in a bus and get $100 a day plus 25 for food and go all over the country?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." Thank you. I had 2 choices. They said, "Come in Monday, you can pick Rascal Flatts or Gary Allan." I didn't listen to country music, so I didn't know. They said, "I'll go with the guy with one name." I didn't know, but I'm so glad I chose Gary Allan.
Since we're getting seconds, I forgot to thank my mom and dad for driving all the way up from Georgia, and Catherine and Martin. I really appreciate it. I love y'all to pieces. And I do want to kiss y'all. Can I kiss me a Scottish man? All right.
I wanted to thank Denise Roberts and Hannah too from here because they were so key and really like this.
Thank all of you guys for coming. The #1 celebrations we have in Nashville are the most unique thing in the world of music anywhere. This never happens anywhere else. So thank you for making this a special day for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Everybody.